right here with legendary running back Marcus Allen. Marcus, a lot of excitement around Ashton Jeanty. What do you think of him, and is there any great running back that he reminds you of that's a fair comparison coming out of college?
Wow, that's a good question. I mean, he's well, it wouldn't be fair. He has a lot of the ability of a Barry Sanders, but it would be unfair to put him in that category and stuff. But he has certainly the potential to put up those kind of numbers and stuff. But he's a combination of great feet, power, speed, elusiveness. So and he has great balance. Those are the things that Barry had. But Barry had a little extra maneuverability, if you will. So, but he's right along. I mean, listen here. Would it be unfair to even say, it would be unfair to put anybody in that category. It's almost too much pressure. But in that direction of a Barry Sanders kind of run.
Marcus, he's been very impressive in training camp, but there's always questions for any young player entering the league. Yeah. He is 5'8", he's not the biggest running back, even though he's stout.
Well, that actually is going to work to his benefit, right? Being a tall running back is much more difficult. There's no hiding, right? And when a 5'8" guy bends down, gets low to either attack a person, he's already underneath him. And most of the times you can't see, the linemen are so big that you can't see a guy. Barry benefit from that. I think Emmett benefit from that. Shorter backs benefit from the fact that you can't see them behind your linemen, and they're on you all of a sudden and stuff. Again, a Dickerson, a Eddie George, a Derrick Henry, 6'4", myself, we were just as tall as the linemen, so there was no hiding. So the fact that they're 5'8", 5'9", it benefits them. It really does. So.
When you, Josh Jacobs, when he first came into this league, you really took him under your wing and mentored him. Have you kind of taken the same approach with Ashton?
Well, I haven't talked much since the draft day. And sort of, let him, he has to find his way and stuff, and he has great people surrounding him and stuff like that. But if he, if he ever needs anything, I'm always there. I talked to him throughout his senior year while at Boise State. And stuff with runners, there's a clear understanding of each other, right? There's a clear understanding, rather. We know, what we see. We know what we hope to get out of a lineman. We know the penetration is one of the worst things for all running backs. We clearly, we see the field. Not all of us see the field as well as others, but we know what to anticipate. We clearly understand that the great running back is not worried about the guy right in front of him. We're actually looking at the second guy. Most people don't, they don't get that, right? I mean, it's like, so great backs kind of understand that, and so we're, always pulling for each other and stuff. And it's not we're not in the world like the wide receivers are. It's like, who's the best in the world? We just either get that to Jim Brown or we say Barry Sanders and we let it ride, right? But we just like, hey, listen, we understand that it is a unique position because usually, honestly, the fortunes of the team ride with the running back. If you have a guy who can run the ball, he's a quarterback's best friend, and he's a wide receiver's best friend, because all of a sudden now you have to respect the running game, that you can't just double team a guy here or there. You have to have somebody in the box, to come up. So it changes the whole dynamic of a game when you have a great running back. But you also have to have a good line. So, Well, I want to get going, so.
Last one. When it comes to switching up from college level to the NFL level, involved pass blocking, you're looking at catching out of the backfield, running as a running back now. How much does it take to transition from a guy like Ashton Jeanty, who's used to kind of the power running scheme, as opposed to getting out there and blocking and everything?
I was fortunate that the transition came easy to me because I played fullback and I did a lot of pass blocking as a tailback, and so I was fortunate enough to get to participate in every aspect of the game. I know it's a bit of a challenge if you're just doing one thing in college and you're just running the ball, maybe not running patterns, maybe not pass blocking. So there's going to be a transition. It's going to take a little time because the linebackers, in my opinion, probably the most, they're a lot smaller now, but back in the day, they were probably the most dynamic person on the field because they were, they were faster, they were bigger, stronger, and faster. They were faster than most offensive tackles. They were stronger than most running backs, so they were probably the biggest mismatch in a lot of cases. Now they've gotten a little smaller, and so maybe just a little more easy to handle. You got to worry about their quickness, but not necessarily their power. So yes, the game, if you played like every down in every situation, it benefits you. If you're just running the ball, it certainly is a transition that has to take place if you want to be an every down player. You don't want to be that guy that they take off the field on third down, if it's third long, because they want to get somebody in there that can catch. You want to play, and I think that's the goal for running back, is to be an every down player in every situation. So I don't know exactly what they're doing, but just to answer your question. So.
Thank you.
Thanks.